Hey there, Angry Faithful. I just wanted to drop in, bend your ear a little bit, get your attention. So if you're not listening, drop what you're doing and pay attention to me, because I'm here to inform you that not only can you get your daily, maybe if you're binging it, I'm not sure, that's entirely up to you, but you can multiply your doses of angry me fuckery by paying attention to all of the platforms upon which you can find either the dulcet tones of my voice and David's voice, or my pretty face and David's not so pretty face. Anyways, digressing. We are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, we're on Rumble, we're on Google, Apple Podcast. We have a TikTok page. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and of course, Facebook. So if you find yourself fuckery deprived, curl up with a nice hot mug of shut the fuck up and just listen. Open those ear holes and be prepared to be cream pied like it's the first time. Thanks for listening.
Welcome, Angry Faithful. Today today on What the Hell, we're just having a good conversation and everything like we usually do off camera, but we actually turn on the camera this time.
We started it out with I'm enjoying season 2 of Picard so far. I've watched all 7 episodes that are out now.
There's a lot of stuff that I have to skip through and everything because it's
well,
not
I mean, episode 7. I think it was just a filler. Because we're talking about the inner psyche of Picard, and I'm like, okay, we could have handled that in like novels,
Yeah.
But so I got caught up on Picard, and I haven't started Lower Decks yet because I'm just like, okay, I'm not
that's
completely
just
ready for that.
That's really kind of just the fun stuff. That's the only thing I actually watch somewhat.
I mean, I guess that would, they should have named it, instead of Lower Decks, they should have named it like Star Trek Chronicles of the Lower Enlisted or something. But and then it would have attracted a wider demographic. But
that's the whole emphasis on Lower Decks is that. But what we were talking about was
Star Trek Discovery. I'm 2 episodes into it. I'm really, really, really trying to get into it.
I gave it a good chance, and it just failed me. I got on this big Star Trek kick. It kind of comes and goes in waves. It's like the tide, it ebbs and flows, right? Yeah.
I got caught up on season 2 of Picard, and then the 4K remaster, the director's edition of Star Trek: The Motion Picture came out on Paramount Plus, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I watched it. I'm like, all right. They couldn't clean up all of the visual effects, but they did add some stuff, and I was like, all right. So it was kind of cool. I enjoyed it.
Is that
Star Trek: The Motion
Plus?
Picture? Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus.
Oh, I have to check that out
Star Trek: The Motion Picture is coming out at the end of the month for one night only at the theater.
Mm-hmm. Is it the 4K new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be with all the new visual effects. But
so they George Lucas did.
No, they didn't. They didn't change the storyline, and they didn't add stuff. Okay. The only thing that they did, that's not fair. They did add some things, but it was all visual effects. It didn't detract from the storyline. It actually kind of enhanced it a little bit.
There's only one thing they changed in the storyline for the first set, and Han shot first. Everybody knows this.
Everybody knows that Han shot first, but
yeah.
All that aside, I did hear that Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan is getting the remaster treatment and is going to be released both on Paramount Plus and in the theater. I did see Star Trek 2, 3, 4. 5 and 6. Generations, First Contact, Insurrection, and Nemesis. I saw all the rest of the Star Trek movies in the theater. I don't remember seeing Star Trek the motion picture in the theaters. Well, because I was 2 when it came out. So
yeah, I remember. Okay, the movies that I remember from back in my childhood, going and seeing theaters, was Return of the Jedi.
I do remember seeing that. We were living in Hawaii at the time.
Dune. What was the other one? Kroll. Kroll was another one I really loved.
Kroll is a great movie. I have that
I
one
still
on
watch.
my.
I still watch that again.
I have that one on my Vudu.
The Conan series.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Picking up what you're putting down.
Well, Die Hard. Everybody's seen. I've seen that in the theater. What was the other one from my childhood that I really liked? That from the '80s era. Well, Batman, yeah, and the Superman movies. There was another one that I watched. Oh, Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome.
Okay. All right.
Those are the ones like I really remember. Like then if you go in the '90s, the one movie that I really loved, and I never got the start the original part of the series, so I always got the ass in of it, and I just loved the ass in. I couldn't stand the other two. Right. It was Army of Darkness.
Oh yes. No, you had to watch Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, just simply
I
due to
did.
the fact. I mean, but you had to appreciate them on a whole different level because you knew that they were done on a shoestring budget and basically edited in his dorm room.
Yeah.
So,
it was once you find out all that stuff, though. Once you find all that out, you're like, oh my god, they're like gold. Then I was like,
yeah,
it's like Day of the Dead. What was it? Day of the Dead, the first one. Which one was the original George R. Romero zombie movies?
I think it was Day of the Dead.
I think.
It's either that or 28 Days Later.
No. 28 Days Later was.
No, see, now I'm speaking out of my ass. Hell, I don't know, man.
Was a totally different.
Yeah, totally different director. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm really trying to get because okay, so the part of me I could reconcile this series a whole lot easier if I knew exactly where in the timeline. Is it the Prime timeline? Is it the Kelvin timeline? I don't know because the tech is not matching. Is it the Kelvin timeline?
No, it's the.
It's not the Prime timeline.
What's the Kelvin timeline? It's the one that
the one with Chris Pine. Yeah, the J.J. Abrams timeline. Because the tech that they're using matches up with the Kelvin timeline.
Yeah, that whole set is because they had the Spock stuff and everything like that, and then it just kind of Dawn of the Dead was the first one, 1978.
Dawn of the Dead, okay. But I don't know, man. You know what? I should probably just look it up.
I'm looking at the movies and everything like that. They put Dawn of the Dead first. Night of the Living Dead, 1968. That was the first one.
Okay, so the first episode of Star Trek Discovery takes place in 2255, a decade before the events of the original series. Because
I have that damn sponge spore drive. What's really bad is they went down like the reason why they're using the spore drives, get rid of the dilithium crystals and everything, and it's all this. And like I said while we were offline, it's one of those things that are just saying it because it's for environmental reasons and everything. We're using this biomechanical thing, and it just messes up all the time. I'm like, you're basically saying.
All right, so it takes place. See, okay. Yeah. All right, so here chronologically, here's what it says. Star Trek Enterprise 2151 through 2161, the original unaired Star Trek pilot, which was The Cage. 2254. Star Trek Discovery seasons 1 and 2 is 2255 through 2259. Star Trek the original series 2265 through 2269. And then the animated series is 2269 through 2270. The original Star Trek movies take place through 2273 and 2293. That's a motion picture through the undiscovered country. Star Trek The Next Generation is 2364 through 2370. Deep Space Nine is 2369 through 2375. Voyager is 71 through 78. Lower Decks takes place in 2380. And Star Trek Picard takes place in 2399. So we are about to, I guess, witness turning to the 25th century?
I guess so.
Yeah. At the time of discovery, the Federation of Planets is almost a century old. While it is not as powerful as we may see it at the time of the Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, it's still one of the dominant forces in the Alpha Quadrant. Let me
because
they
also last season they did something, and this is just me finding out on YouTube and everything. What they're doing was the basic fact is they went into the Discovery went to the future.
It puts them in the 32nd century because they traveled 900 to 931 years into the future to an undiscovered part of Trek temporal frontier.
And that's where they're staying.
Burnham presumably, I know I'm spoiling the shit out of this for myself, but it's whatever. Yeah. Burnham discovers or presumably arrives in 3188 and spends a year in the new timeline without her crewmates before they arrive, which means that the rest of the Discovery crew arrives and is reunited with Burnham in 3189. So it's not a good state of affairs for the Federation. 700 years after Discovery jumped, the dilithium reserves dried up and the Federation began testing alternative warp drive designs. The burn happened, instantly killing millions of people aboard Federation ships when warp cores simultaneously, I cannot say that word today, simultaneously, thank you very much, exploded. Books tell us what happened, that this happened 100 to 150 years before the events of season 3. Can't be more specific, but which would place the mysterious event anywhere from 3038 to 3088, roughly. Let me see here. There's this thing called Short Tracks. I guess it was like a web series on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting when you go out, because they ended up suing them because they actually got like lead actors and everything. And it was a
wasn't the late Gret Imahara on that?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was too.
But there was a big thing on that now, to where like nowadays,
like CBS or Paramount sue them.
Yeah, what had happened was you can make fan fiction, but it can't be more than 30 minutes long,
Yeah.
and it can't be part of the continuity they have right there.
Yeah. So they're just saying do what you want, but it's non-canon.
And it can only be 30 minutes.
Right. Okay. So
And
fun
they
fact.
can't use the original actors either.
Right. So fun fact. Um, I think it was when we went to Oklahoma City to see my son ship off for basic. Okay. I cannot remember exactly what year it was, so forgive me there. Um, but um, uh, so the whole Star Trek continues, or I forget what it was called. It was an actual like web series. James Doohan's son assumed the role of Scotty, right? And it was like
Oh, dude.
it kind of finished the 5-year voyage, right? But in live action. So they had this other guy, I forget who it was that they had playing Captain Kirk, but they had a comic book convention at this hotel that my son had to stay in the night before he shipped out, right? And um I had I had known about this web series for a while, and I'd actually kind of watched some of these episodes, and they were cool, right? They were funny.
Yeah.
And so James Doohan's son had actually obtained some dilithium crystals from the set and was selling them on eBay. So my brother's got some of the dilithium crystals from that short web series, because I showed it to my parents, sent them the link for it, and I was like, this would be a great Christmas present for Jeremy, my brother. And it's my you've met Jeremy.
Yeah.
The dude's like hardcore Trekkie, you know. It's almost a detriment how hardcore he is, you know. I'm just like, okay, if I ever cosplay, I mean, I'll get like the 80s and 90s. Well, I'll get the 80s uniform, with the red tunic. I'll do that. That by far is my favorite Trek uniform, right? From like the original cast. Now,
The
if you
Next
start talking about
Generation
Next
stuff.
Generation, like like
Oh, you're talking
the
about
jumpers,
the red and
the
white
red
stuff?
coat, right?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
with the lapel here, and it
Yeah.
comes open. Yeah, that. I always that was always my favorite uniform, because it just looks so.
It looks so puffy for me. I don't know why.
It
I think
just it was because they were blousing the pants.
okay.
Okay, you will never catch anybody cosplaying in the penguin suits that they used in the motion picture, though. Never, never, ever, 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 ever.
Oh no.
Yeah, no. But in fact, the only reason part of the original crew signed back on to do more movies was because they said, if you're going to use those costumes, you count me out.
Yeah.
So Paramount relented and was like, all right, we're going to redesign the costumes. We're going to redesign the uniforms for Starfleet. But anyway, so we we showed up at this hotel, and I'm hanging out with my kid and everything like that before they bus them all over to the MEPS. And the guy that played Captain Kirk was there. And I'm like, he's at the front desk checking out. And I'm like,
William Shatner?
no, the guy that
Oh,
played
played.
in the Trek
Okay, okay,
Continues.
okay.
I was like, I've got the picture buried somewhere on one of my clouds. I'll have to find it and show it to you. And he was checking out of his hotel, and I'm like, that's the dude that plays Captain Kirk on this web series, right? And I'm like, that's fucking cool. And my brother wasn't there, right? And
So did you take the picture and go, check it?
no. I walked up to him. I said, I know that you guys hate it when people just randomly walk up to you, but do you think it be entirely possible that I get my picture taken with the captain of the Enterprise? And he goes, I will allow that, you know. And I walked up, and he was like, just go ahead and stand over here. I was like, my captain. And I just stood right next to him and just cheesed it up, man. And he took a picture with me, and I was just like, yeah, that was, I mean, because that was kind of cool, right? You know, I'm like, what would have made it even better is if James Doohan's grandson, I forget his name, if he would have been there, I'd have been like, that'd have been it for me. You know, I mean, I would love to meet Patrick Stewart, obviously, because I mean he's Jean-Luc Picard, right? But if 2022 wants to claim any kind of superiority over the rest of the 20s, it's going to leave William Shatner the fuck alone.
Yeah,
you know, because I think William Shatner would rank up there with Betty White. You know, it's like
so he's 35.
William Shatner is 91.
Is he nine? Okay, is he 91?
I think he's 91.
Oh,
and he's out there running around, dude. He just fucking went to space, bro. Like earlier in the year. You know, I'm just like, come on, man. You know, so
yeah, he's 91.
I'm like 91, and dude, he looks every bit of like maybe 70. Yeah, I mean, he looks like 20 years younger.
March 22nd,
doesn't he? I mean, he looks every bit of 20 years younger than he actually is.
Yeah.
And I mean, I want to be like that when I get his age. You know, like people are like, "How is it that you don't look 91?" And I'm going to tell, and I'm going to use the same line that I use every day now. Like when people tell me that I don't look 44, I'm like, "You see that field over there? The one right over there? Yeah. Notice that it is barren. That is the field upon which I grow my fucks." You know, and, you know, and just wait for those people to kind of look at me and go, "Oh, I see what you did there." You know,
you know what show I just finished up watching? I just found this TikTok video, and I was like, oh, I wonder what that show is, and I started researching everything. It's called Uploaded.
Upload?
Yeah.
On Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I loved that show.
Dude, that is so fucking weird.
I finished season 2 beginning of the month when it came out.
Okay, good. Because I just finished up season 2, and I was like, oh my God, this goes all the fucking shit I was saying about cloning people.
Right? I'm sitting there going, Homegirl's ex-girlfriend now at this point is freaking nuts, right?
Oh yeah.
And we know, unless they have some kind of like crazy turn of events, we know Robbie Amell's character is going to die. We just know that that's going to happen because the season finale, the cliffhanger, he was wiping blood away from his nose.
Yeah.
And that was it. I'm sitting there going,
here's
really?
the thing.
You're going to leave it on that? Like,
here's the thing is she's cloning him, and they reset his memory. And, in the upload.
Or no, they re-uploaded his file.
Well, basically they
reloaded.
Restarted. Yeah, they restarted.
Yeah, they reloaded his file. Let's be more specific. We have to be accurate here if we're going to talk out of our ass. They loaded a backup. No, because when he was uploaded,
you get saved files. Yeah. Okay.
They made a backup. So they loaded his backup because the original file, which was corrupted, wasn't corrupted. He just left. He downloaded.
No. The first download, it was corrupted.
Oh yeah. So they're gonna upload. They loaded up this backup, and he's gonna be the dickhead. So I mean, he's not gonna have the whole. It's not him. It's a copy of, and it's gonna throw everybody off. Season 3 is gonna be cool to watch.
It was so strange. It had a little bit strange stuff in it that I'm like, because we're going to the era now to where AI is becoming a very prevalent stuff on everything that we have now.
Yeah.
And they just murdered a guy with AI. I'm like, I could see that happening. I could see that actually really happening. Well, hell, I even watched a video of Elon Musk. He was talking about how easy would it be to kill a person just using AI. He was like, it's fucking simple. we got your face downloaded for everything, for your, you know, your face chat to open up your phone nowadays. We could use
Yeah.
that. All we had to do that and have a bug
Oh.
and it just have a little bit of an explosion. It goes to your face and blows up your head.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. So I saw something the other day.
Wait,
Made me really happy. I did a happy dance.
is it the Thor trailer I just sent you?
No, I saw that when it dropped. Season 3 of the Orville.
Yeah, I thought it was already out.
No. There's only been 2 seasons. Season 3 is going to be on Hulu exclusively.
Oh, okay.
Because Fox canceled it, and like the fan base. Seth MacFarlane, creator Family Guy, fucking
yeah. Listen, every time he makes something, they cancel it for like 2 seasons, and then
no, but
after
here's
the
the thing.
seasons, it gets back up.
He started the Orville. Well, okay, because he was actually on one of the final episodes of Star Trek Enterprise. Dude's a huge Trek nerd, right?
Yeah.
Loves Star Trek. Finally gets on a Star Trek series, and they kill his character. Right? He was kind of bitter about it. And so he writes the Orville, and he does it as kind of like an homage to Star Trek, right?
But a little bit funnier.
Yeah, it's not Seth Mc. I mean, I don't think I could ever. I don't think that I could ever watch something dramatic written by or starring Seth MacFarlane. I don't think I could do it because I wouldn't be able to take him seriously. I'm not to say that he can't do it. I mean, the guy's talented, obviously, but I mean, he's fucking Peter Griffin, for crying out loud. So I mean, come on. But anyways, he started this as kind of like just an homage / joke, right? He only really planned on doing it for 1 season, and he got Fox to buy into it. And it took off, and Fox renewed it for a 2nd season. Well, the numbers dropped off a little bit because he wasn't able to do what he wanted to do with it, right? There was budgetary constraints and stuff like that. So Fox canceled it. Well, the Orville has a huge following. A lot of them are Trek fans, right? And they absolutely love this universe that he's created. Because he's, you know, I mean, you've seen it. I mean, he's kind of like the Captain Kirk, you know. But the fact that his first officer is his ex-wife is fucking
You know what
hilarious.
I just got? You know what I just got? Kermit the Frog. Captain Kirk, Kermit the Frog.
Okay.
And it's always on his desk. He idolizes and everything like that. He idolizes Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
They did it without putting in Captain Kirk. Okay.
Right. Okay. So, he went to Fox and said, "We need a 3rd season, but I want to do it this way." And it's supposed to be a little bit darker, right? And Fox was like, "No, we don't have the money in the budget for it," but yet they've got the budget to come out with bullshit ass 911 and 911 Lone Star. And you know, I'm like, come on, enough with the firefighter shows. I mean, it's bad enough that ABC has been running Grey's Anatomy into the dirt for what, 19 seasons now.
Have they really?
Yeah, and now they've got Station 19, which is like, see, if my fiance if she ever watches or listens to this and she hears me talking shit about Grey's Anatomy, about how terrible of a show it really is.
Jesus Christ, it's on season 18.
Yeah, see, like 18, 19 years, right?
I've never watched that show.
Dude, when that show finally ends, you are going to hear, It's going to be as if the million voices suddenly cried out in agony. Then there was silence. And you know what? It's at moments like that when I still despise what the Imperial, or what the Empire did to Alderaan, but I get why. It's like
Well, it's like
you want to hate Thanos, but the adult in you understands why he did what he did. Right?
what CBS ended up doing with CSI, then NCIS, then Hawaii Five O.
Yeah. Anyway, so getting back to Orville, Hulu comes along, was like, yeah, like, have you seen the streaming numbers for the first two seasons? They're off the charts. Yeah, we'll ink you to at least one more season, and we'll see where the story goes. And he goes, all right, fine, we're going to name it New Horizons, right? So yeah, the official poster for season 3 came out yesterday. I was so excited because I'm like, yeah.
I actually like, because
June 2nd, June 2nd, June 2nd, the new season of The Orville premieres on Hulu. I cannot freaking wait.
Because I like what Seth MacFarlane does with his comedy, because he treats it as comedy. He doesn't go for the woke shit or anything.
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
he doesn't
Even
really
though
care.
He doesn't really care.
Dude,
But
have you seen that? I mean, there is really nothing that is safe on Family Guy.
Yeah. But that one episode of the Orville with they're tackling over social media with those little badges with the ups and downs. Oh my God, that was so true to life, though.
Exactly.
I mean, China's actually starting to do that.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Let me see here. But yeah, let me do this. Let me see if it'll let me add the image to photos. Okay, groovy. Let me see. I'm going to send this to your computer here real quick. Give me just a second.
I might go to my phone, wherever the fuck it is.
Oh, do you want me to send it to your phone instead?
No, it doesn't matter.
All right, there you go.
Yep, it popped up. I knew that was coming out. God. I knew it was coming out. They didn't do the poster or anything like that yet.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that and it dropped on my timeline, and I was like, oh yeah, but I mean, okay, so we have nerd sports, right? But we don't necessarily tackle a lot of nerd issues. I mean, we tie some nerdy stuff into it, but it's mostly a sports show. But it's relaxing and it's exciting and it's just kind of like a cool, like, refreshing thing just to kind of sit here and just bullshit about nerdy stuff like Star Trek and Star Wars and Babylon 5. I mean,
do you know another thing that the original thing I wanted to talk about was the nerdum of RPG tabletop stuff like D&D. Man,
oh yeah, tabletop games.
You get into like the small tidbit of stuff, but when I start like mentioning, I was like the RPGs that I played GURPS, I played Vampire the Masquerade, Shadowrun.
I played Shadowrun for a while there. Yeah,
Shadowrun was great. Cyberpunk was fucking hard.
These are all the D20 games, right?
No. Vampire the Masquerade wasn't a D20 game. It was a D10.
Okay,
it had a point. It was a point system type deal, but you rolled.
Okay.
I played Marvel Superheroes, which I still got some of those stuff. A late friend of mine, sent me a lot of the advanced Marvel books. I love playing that. You can make your own characters and everything like that. What was the other one? Both Star Wars, the D21 and the old Westworld games. which I had fun with that. It just goes to show what kind of that type of stuff, honestly, showed me what kind of creative possibilities I have.
Yeah.
I can't
It's
sit
cool.
down and write.
I used to follow. Well, I still follow him, but he's not really active on Twitter so much anymore these days. Was Will Wheaton, or if you're
Yeah,
if you're a fan of
I
Family
like.
Guy and you hear Stewie here, Will Wheaton. But
Sometimes I
dude,
like
he
him.
is.
Sometimes I don't like him.
Yeah. I mean, when he lays off of the politics and stuff, I'm like, all right, fine, great. But he's a big tabletop advocate,
Yeah,
huge.
a lot of the stuff like what was that one game? Uh,
And for as much as he hated being on Star Trek: The Next Generation, dude, he embraces the shit out of it because he's got a kind of like an extras show that's tied in with Star Trek Picard on Paramount Plus. It's called The
yeah,
Ready Room, and he hosts it.
They paid him.
I it
That's all the reason why he does it. But
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he was a part of the Star Trek Day.
maybe he finally gave in.
Well, I don't think it's so much that he gave in. I think that he finally just came to the realization that this was, in fact, a big part of his life and the biggest reason why people even recognize him to begin with.
Yeah,
Um,
because he usually plays like the villain type character shows now.
yeah.
And
I mean, he doesn't really. I don't think
Eureka,
he
he
really
played the
acts. I
kind
mean,
of
he's more of a.
this is who I am. Can we just go with that?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of
Because
those
when he
guys.
was in
I
the
don't.
guild, he did the same thing. He was kind of
Yeah, the guild. Yeah. him and Felicia Day's character was, yeah, I mean, they had their little tryst, but
and also with Eureka, he was kind of a douchebag.
yes, that is right. I forgot that he was in the final season of Eureka, wasn't he?
Yeah, final 2 or 3 seasons, I believe.
Yeah.
What pisses me off if I can't find those. You can't find those shows streaming. Which
Eureka?
you have to buy.
No, it's on Amazon Prime.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
I know it was on there for a little bit and then it just vanished.
Yeah, no, man, it's on Amazon Prime.
I think they could have for a while there. They just didn't. It kind of pissed me off.
Oh,
But no, I like his. What is it? Tabletop? I think it's called Tabletop. Where that's where I ended up finding a lot of the games that I wanted to play, like Lords of Waterdeep. It's no dice or anything like that. It's basically a resource game, and it's fun. I still got it. It is on Amazon Prime. Shit. Okay.
yeah. See, now you can watch it. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I've got the Legend of Neil on my. I bought all 3 seasons of it, just because that was the only really way to watch it without ads. Because I can't watch it on YouTube. I just really can't. I can't.
I watched it on YouTube. I don't have any ads because I have YouTube Red. So
Yeah, I don't. I refuse to pay an extra $20 a month for it. So, no.
it's like, okay, whatever. I had this theory. Okay.
I mean, unless our YouTube channel really takes off and it starts monetizing it, and we start, raking in the dough at that point, I'm not paying for YouTube. It's a fucking free service.
But yeah. What's really sad is I had this conversation. I don't know if we had this conversation, but I've had this conversation that it's getting to the point to where all ads are geared for certain people. Right?
Yeah.
Now, if say that you're well off, I would just say well off, and you don't like ads. So everything you buy now through streaming and everything, you get it to where you don't see ads.
Yeah.
Okay. and someone comes up to you, hey, have you seen this product right here? And a lot of people don't understand when I tell them, it's like, word of mouth is probably the cheapest, the best way you can get your fucking product out there.
Right.
No matter what, because someone's going to say something about it.
Yeah.
Or someone else is going to see a product and tell you about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, no, you got to buy ad space. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. I was like, no, word of mouth. Just treat people right and good and everything like that. Talk to them. And hopefully they go, I was like, hey, have you heard of the show here? I'm going to send you the stuff. Watch a couple of episodes.
But on the other side of it, if for whatever reason, somebody decided that they wanted to sponsor the show, then at that point we have to do our ad breaks, like kind of
we would have to do ad breaks. I understand.
It
would be
like
ads, and I'd be like, I hate this shit. I really do.
Before we slide on into our next segment, we're going to use that as a segue to talk about our sponsor, Astroglide.
Or I literally thought about putting like fake ad reads, like today, because most of the people are women, so it's like if you're the JJ's getting that crusty cheese, use Vagisil.
Bro.
Dude, don't blame me. I got that from Jason Skenace from a Saturday Night Live bit he does. I have to send it to you. It's fucking hilarious.
Ladies, when you're feeling not so fresh, liven yourself up with ranch water, or something like that. I mean, it's just, oh yeah, dude, rough. Anyhow,
I went to go see Fantastic Beasts. It was all right.
So, did you enjoy there at the end of the movie when they kind of made Dumbledore out to be gay?
It wasn't at the end of the movie.
Oh, well, whatever. They still made Dumbledore.
It was at the beginning.
Yeah, Dumbledore's a
gay
man, apparently.
No, I was talking about the third one.
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't at the end. It was like at the very fucking beginning on this.
Okay, well, still, that's what I heard, and I'm like, I don't really care, and I'll wait till it comes out on streaming services. I just don't really care. It's not that I'm all anti Harry Potter. Don't get me wrong. Speaking of which, Daniel Radcliffe said that he is not even remotely interested in reprising his role.
There was rumors that he was supposed to be Wolverine. He like doused those damn things. But no, dude.
Daniel Radcliffe is Wolverine.
Did you hear the latest news about?
They need Jared Leto, the guy that plays Wayne in Letterkenny. He's already got the build. He's already fucking Canadian.
That's true.
And he loves to scrap. I mean, come on.
Did you hear about that was Alva.
But anyway, so
no,
go ahead.
The guy that plays the Flash, he also played in Fantastic Beasts. Dude, he's been arrested again.
Yeah, Ezra something.
I don't know.
Yeah, dude's he's a mental case, man.
Yes.
He really is. Like, he stole somebody's wallet.
Dude,
stole the wallet of people that he lived with, and then he threatened to kill them.
And he broke into somebody's house. And now he's being arrested again.
Yeah, well, and now the DCEU
Tuesday, is
now the DCEU is like freaking the fuck out because they just had this huge merger where they were going to try to sort all the continuity out. They've got the Flash movie coming out. Now they're like, holy fuck, are we going to have to do reshoots with somebody else in the role?
Well, they could still do it. They would just have to do like a super secret.
No, I mean, at this point,
in all honesty,
no, because here's no. Here's the thing, because if Amber Heard gets to keep her fucking job, after the bullshit that she put Johnny Depp through, and
Dude, they
Johnny
did
Depp
that
lost
live.
Johnny Depp lost all of his jobs because of it. This asshole needs to definitely, because they're catching him red fucking handed. We've got mugshots, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. He
But
has to
yet,
go to court
Johnny
next
Depp is
Tuesday.
exhibiting all of these signs to show that he's actually being abused. You know, I mean,
What's really
I get that.
strange is,
I get that Jada Pinkett Smith is pulling the strings on her puppet husband, Will Smith, but Johnny Depp got the fuck kicked out of him. You
dude,
know,
he lost fingers.
yeah, she chopped a fingertip off.
Dude.
Seriously. And then
what's really
and then
sad.
all of a sudden, because she says so, we have to believe the victim. No, she's just some crazy ass kook bitch that decided she was going to start. I mean, you and I have both been exposed to more than our fair share of the female narcissist. And this is in no way, shape, form, or fashion our overall view of the female gender. Yes, I said the female gender, not the non-binary, not the gender fluid. Fuck off. There's only two genders. Science proved it. Anyways, I digress. So, you and I both been exposed to female narcissists on more than one occasion, and they are nothing but fucking trouble. I mean, they're destructive, they're manipulative, and dude, they're just they. If they catch they tell so many lies. If they catch themselves telling the truth, they have to lie just to keep their hand in. And Amber Heard, 100%, she's not even that hot, you know. And I know that that's objectifying her. Oh my God, you're such a pig. Well, I know. Get over it. Deal with it. These are the jokes, sugar tits. Just fucking move on and go find an ironing board somewhere. Ooh, that's a soundbite that's going to come back to haunt me later in the future, right?
Nobody cares.
No, I mean, well, okay. So what if I decide to run for like school board for Brazoria County or something like that down there, you know, or something, you know. Anyways, they're going to be like, oh,
what
I'm going to
happened?
dig. Oh, this guy's a misogynist. I'll be like, have we played that entire clip in context? I bet you didn't. You're out there. You're out there soundbite hunting, you know, and then they're going to be like, oh, well, who apparently his co-host lives down here too, and they share the same. They're just a menace, and we cancel them. I mean, just
no. My question
breaks
would be
there. You know, Acuna, you're fucking
this.
Tatas there. You know,
but my question would be this: is how would they get the information? Because I was like, you're going into what? Fuck, this is a hard drive thing. Man, I'm not destroying the laptop because we're still going to do this shit. I'm not dumping it in the fucking volcano. What I do is the episodes will not show up on YouTube until you're out of office. It's like you finally become president of the United States, and after eight years,
no. See, okay, here's the thing.
Back up.
If for whatever reason the state of this country deteriorated it enough to where I became a qualified candidate to run the fucking joint, one, we're in pretty fucking bad shape. Two, we might actually have a chance at that point. Because you know, I mean, because in the Bible, God is constantly using flawed people, constantly. But anyways, digressing. Amber Heard, I mean, she just beat the ever-loving dog shit out of Johnny Depp, and nobody's holding her to an account, because anytime anybody tries to call out a female as being the aggressor, we're like, oh no, you must be some kind of a pussy, or you know, you must be some kind of misogynistic pig. You just, oh, look at her, she's a brave woman. She stood up for herself. Oh my God, you know. I forget what the numbers are, but there is a large percentage of males who are domestically abused that do not report it.
And it freaking feels really good that I don't know about a lot of the other rookie TV shows, because I stopped watching after the first one, and I just didn't catch up on it. Was the fact of the first episode literally was an episode where the male was getting was the abused, and the female was abusing him because he stepped the guy aside. He's like, hey, you're a big guy and everything. You want to talk about what's going on here, because it looks like you're getting the shit kicked out of you.
Yeah.
And he ends up dying because the woman just stabs him in the neck. He didn't, I mean, it's one of those things. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. If you're in an abusive relationship like that, say something, get out. I'll promise you this right now. If a guy comes to me and says, hey, she's beating the shit out of me, I don't know what to do. You get the fuck out of there. You need my help? I'll help you pack.
This got dark really fast.
I don't fucking care.
Oh, so okay. I don't really watch a lot of it. My kid's getting me into it some. The Demon Slayer anime. There was a trailer that came out that shows that they're going to be doing some kind of Swordsmith Village story arc. It's season 3 of the Demon Slayer anime. So, yeah, but their seasons, dude, are like 90 something episodes a piece.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh, speaking of which, hold on. Speaking of which, because we were remiss on Monday. Hold on.
What happened on Monday?
Hold on.
Okay. That was another thing I just found out. I was watching this YouTube video of an independent gaming like reality show.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Mask Off and Forge of Fire and shit like that.
Right.
It just goes to show how big corporations fuck everything up, because they had like $400,000 per episode, but it didn't go off because they couldn't do like 2 weeks of social media, which if you have a game, independent game and everything like that, that's how you promote it. You play it online and everything like that. Mountain Dew had to be in every fucking scene. You couldn't like drink anything. It didn't even go off the first day because after the first day, every one of the independent programmers and everything said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." Because they try to pin one person against the other person. They try to dramatize it and everything like that. But it was supposed to be on YouTube anyway, so nobody
in a world, right?
Yeah, it kind of pisses me off because the stuff like that, I'll get bored and I'll just watch. And a lot of the independent, I love how independent gamers or independent programmers, when they make a indie game and everything, it's usually like 8-bit. It's something stupid, simple that you could probably download on your phone. They just entertain you while you're like waiting on something, and it gets really popular.
Dude. Oh, okay. So Colin is getting a joke ready, because on Monday's edition of Sport or Nerd Sports, we normally have our joke of the week from Colin's segment, and I did not do that.
Because we were running late.
Oh, it was late, and God love him, my now 13-year-old. So, everybody in the comments, whether it's YouTube, whatever, there's a comment section. Tell him happy birthday. I have a teenager again. Oh my God.
Which reminds me, I gotta look and see if we actually have I'm so bad at comments from other people and everything like that, and I'll just forget that to look at it.
Right. Oh, come on.
Okay. But no, I've been diving in a lot of weird shit on YouTube, only because I'll end up watching something and as like I know how to be YouTube popular if we wanted to be like YouTube popular, but I really don't care.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do like the proper introduction here. What's up, dude? Hi. All right, hold on. So I'm gonna do this like cool little intro here for you. Oh wait, what did I do there?
Oh, that sounds really weird.
Tell her Colin's happy birthday.
Hold on a second.
Okay, set. That's still. Why am I? There we go. Okay, that sounds better. Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Okay, great. You know what? That actually worked out a little bit better because now I don't have that echo. All right. So hold on, Colin. Here we go. All right. So welcome to this week's installment of Joke Time with Colin. All right, go for it, bud.
Why can't you hear rabbits making love? Because they have cotton balls.
That's.
Oh, bravo, dude. Bravo. Oh, that is awesome. Okay.
Because they have cotton balls. I saw it coming and I was like,
Cotton balls. Okay. All right, bud. What are you playing right now? Are you playing For Honor?
No, I'm playing Fortnite with my friend.
Okay, well, that was going to answer my next question because I wanted to play Mass Effect, but that's all good. No. Well, I'll wait until. Well, okay, yeah, because it's 9:30. All right, bud. Well, I will see you tomorrow at practice. You have a good night. Get some sleep, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Love you, bud. Later. That.
but okay.
That was a great joke. That was great.
Joke. That was good.
That was fucking awesome.
But no, another thing I've been watching on YouTube is bad cars. It was like they're like clips and photos of mechanics, what they show online and everything, and they compress it to one YouTube video.
Right, where it's like the worst case possible scenario coming into their shop.
Yes. And sometimes it's not even
in
that.
This week's episode of How Fucked Up He's Fucked Up.
Yeah.
He's fucked up. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I've seen this one where there was like mice in the air filter that had like chewed in and they had been living in there. And they're like, there's not enough power coming in my car. And he just pops it up and the freaking mice go into like the rest of the engine. And then you see all these baby mice and everything. I was like, what the fuck? Where is this coming from?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
So weird.
I'm sorry. I love my kid, dude. I love my kid, man. My kid is like, my kid is just awesome, dude. That's all there is to it. I made that. I mean, God, I made that.
That's awesome.
I don't know whether to be hopeful or scared for humankind, but man, I made that.
Maybe both. I'm honestly astonished and scared for humankind. But anyways, I guess that's the end of the episode. I'm David Dickerman.
I am Johnny Skelton.
And thank you for watching What the Hell. I would just call this nerd shit. Or nerd stuff. Kind of nerd stuff.
No, I've got it. Okay. What the hell? Incoherent ramblings.
We already got one of those.
Do we?
Yes.
Wait. We should start a trilogy like The Matrix. We've got incoherent ramblings. Now we've got incoherent ramblings.
No, it
Reloaded.
was Madness of Old Men. We could do the incoherent. What was it?
I'm not old. Who the fuck you calling?
We did it with me and Kai did it. Ramblings of Madness.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. How long has it been since you had any caffeine? If it's been that long okay. So caffeine deprivation. That's what we'll call this episode.
Okay.
Yeah, caffeine deprivation. I can't even say it.
Well, there's
Caffeine
a little bit of
deprivation.
there's a little bit of caffeine in tea. That's the reason why I'm like I question it because I really don't get deprived of caffeine. I will go with it. Coffee deficiency. We were in Black Rifle Coffee. I didn't drink Black Rifle Coffee.
No, dude. Okay, so real quick, I ordered that black gold stuff, their St. Patty's Day blend.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking amazing. It starts and ends with that Irish cream flavor, dude. It's so good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been in the coffee pot the last 2 days, so I'm like,
oh wow,
yeah.
But anyways,
anywho,
thank you for watching. Enjoy the